Hello everyone, how are you doing? Welcome to my channel, and I will wish you great weekend. And today I have great news because I have unlocked all the blueprints on the multiplier side of the creator. So today I will explain my opinions and on these blueprints. So one of the first blueprint which is actually available for everyone is scarf, and this is used. I think these armors are very useful in tournaments too, because you actually don't need a lot of resources. You can craft it on the way by killing zombies. You can get clothes and you can craft it easily. And hatchet, this is simple hatchet, everybody knows. The pickaxe, spear, the basic backpack, and it's also good. Basic backpack and bandages. My opinion about bandages is you can farm a lot of clothes during tournaments by killing zombies, but I prefer to use clothes for making thick fabric, because it also requires a lot of clothes, and that's why I prefer to buy bandages from other districts, because it's very cheap, and that's it. And the next blueprint is mask. The mask has more armor, and in my opinion it has I think it doesn't show up the armor. Yes, I think it has more armor, it is shown here, and it doesn't require also a lot of resources, just thick fabric. But vest and greaves are like they require leather. That's why it's somehow grinding, because it's become more and more grinding to farm, and also deers are not giving lots of rawhide. That's why sometimes I prefer to craft scout's jacket instead of the vest when doing the gold tournament, the stalkers tournament. Boots also, this is greaves. These are the requirements for crafting them. And when it comes to the weapons, makeshift bat, it requires 3 duct tape. Duct tape is also one of the most crucial items, and I think you can farm a lot of them from regular zones, from the chests. But I usually don't use makeshift bat because it's very slow. Yes, very slow. And no, I don't use them. Instead I use golfs. And next, crowbar. It requires 7 iron bars and 3 leather. Good weapon, but leather requirements, I don't like it. And next, iron hatchet. Iron hatchet is also used to cut down oak trees from red forest. Very useful. If you don't have the blueprint, you can buy from other districts, or you can tell your clanmate to craft. It's also very useful blueprint. And next, iron pickaxe. This is also one of the useful, because when you go to bauxite quarry, you need to farm a lot of sulfur, the quartz, and bauxite. And for bauxite, I think you don't need iron hatchet. You can use the simple hatchet. But for sulfur and quartz, you need the iron hatchet. And next, kapesh, sickle sword, one of the most ancient types of melee weapons. Nice description. And kapesh, it's also leather strip requirement. I don't like it, and well, this weapon is very fast. I think I will put this weapon as a second place after katana. Maybe yes, in my opinion, for me. Very good. And next is battle club. one of my favorite weapons. I think you can also put this weapon second after katana, because katana isn't craftable and the battle clap is craftable, but it's a little bit slower and little has little DPC, damage per second. And one of the good things about the battle clap is you don't need leather, you need fabric strips, so it's a nice weapon. And next, skull crusher. Hammers with long handles and heavy hits tear everything into pieces. Nice weapon, nice description. And the leather requirement is very crazy. And you need about 6 leather, and you need 3 iron blades to cut them into leather strips. That's why. But I think if you want to craft it, I recommend to using the sneak attack damage, because it has 6. It deals 6 more damage, 6 times more damage. And next, saw blade mace. Yes, a sharp blade on a long stick for sawing body parts off. Wow, very good. And leather requirement is also very good. Yes, I don't craft it at all, but if I see on the shop, I actually bought this weapon for 3,000 coupons, but you can't find it often, this weapon, because most people don't craft it, and it's also you cannot win from tournaments this weapon. That's why it's very rare, but for fun you can craft it and use it. Next, one of the most favorite weapons of mine is Makeshift Crossbow, almost no different from the one used in the early Middle Ages. Yes, it's people may say that wow, wooden parts and a lot of, but in my opinion it's very good. You can craft it. I recommend to make workbenches, make all the workbenches which are required for crafting makeshift crossbow if you have the blueprint, like wooden parts here, and so it will be very useful to use it. And this weapon, you can use it to shoot zombies in Red Forest and Bauxite Quarry. For example, you can shoot from distance, so you won't aggro a lot of zombies, and sneak attack damage is really nice. This weapon, I think it deals 81 damage. Very nice. Next, Sterile Bandage. To be honest, I have never crafted Sterile Bandage, and I'm not planning to craft it, and it drops in PvP, and you can also win this from tournaments. But if you want to craft, I think it's better to craft the simple bandage, because you save more resources, and if you have a lot of alcohol lying around, I recommend maybe you can craft it. Yes. Next, Makahutil, weapon of ancient American tribes. The name alone strikes fear into the heart. Yes, very fearful weapon, very nice weapon. You can buy it from other shops for 5,000 coupons. If you're lucky, 3,000 coupons. And to be honest, I have never crafted this weapon too, because yes, it's very fast, but it melts like ice when you use them, because it deals 40 damage in my opinion. Yes, that's why. If you use it wisely, you can use sneak attack damage, but it's hard to kill bloaters and ashy spitters with this. You need to hit 2 times. That's why it melts like ice. Next, Battle Axe, one of my favorite weapons. It would be silly to use all the power of this dangerous weapon for cutting wood. Yes, it's very silly. Yes, I have never used to cut wood with this. I think I need to try this once. It requires 3 oak shaft. This means you need about 9 oak trees. Yes, 9 oak trees to make oak shaft. You need to almost clear the red forest one time in order to craft this weapon. It also drops from tournaments, from scouts tournaments. You need 12 wooden parts, 8 iron blades, and one of the most valuable thing is scrap metals. It's very hard to find. Yes, you can farm a lot of them when you're doing tournaments in regular zones and open a lot of chests, but yes, anyway, it's really hard to get scrap metals. So also we have halberd, a long shaft and a heavy spike allow to deal stabbing and chopping blows. It requires 4 oak shaft, and then the battle axe 3 oak shaft. I think battle axe is cheaper when I'm lazy and I have when I have a lot of scrap metals laying around and I'm lazy to clear red forest. I craft battle axe. Yes, because of my laziness. I have, yes, very. I am really struggling to find more scrap metals for the next tournaments, because these are the tournament weapons. Never sell them. Yes, never sell them. Very my advice. When you win, just try to practice it using in tournaments. Try to use more sneak attack damage as possible as you can to save the durability of the weapon. I think this weapon also use it in PvPs, because my advice is to keep one hit weapons like battle axe, halberd. It deals 2 times more damage when it has one hit. That's why this weapon is used in PvPs. If you don't want to use in PvP, you can just sell for 3, 4, maybe some more dog tags. You can exchange them with your clan mace, or to sell them to other clans, other districts. Exchange them, trade. And next we have the more durable and stronger armor, Scout's Respirator. Yes, I think it's better to yes, you can also get this from tournaments, and very good weapon. Very good armor. And my advice is, do not use this Scout's armor for red forest or bauxite quarry, because it has, when you have full if you have full scout set, it protects you from radiation. That's why I prefer to use them for devourer. Yes, for devourer, container, or old mines, or crossroads, because there is radiation out there. And Scout's jacket, you need these materials to craft. Scout's pants, Scout's boots. I think rubber parts, you need 21 stack of rubber parts to craft the full Scout. So I advise to stack up a lot of rubber parts. And next blueprint is the anti-rad. An ampule of liquid based on iodine provides temporary protection from radiation. Very nice, very nice. I have never crafted because the tournament gives enough of these. That's why I'm not crafting it, because the iodine requirement is also crazy. 1 iodine. You need lots of glass. Yes, glass is, you need a lot of them. For 1 acid and 10 dirty water, you can get 1 iodine. And you need glass for producing it. And for acid, you need also a lot of glass and sulfur. And next blueprint is meat soap. One of the best healing thing in PvP and in tournaments, because it heals for a long time. Like, it heals for a long time. That's why it's used in PvPs. I think it heals about, I'm not sure, 40 HP or so. You can get edible mushroom from red forest. These are the requirements for crafting. Hearty broth is easily digestible and invigorating. Next one is hunting crossbow. Through the use of more materials, the hunting model is stronger and lighter than its predecessors. You need 15 oak planks. Crazy, man. Look, in order to craft 15 oak planks, you need a lot of. You need to go to red forest, I think, about 6 to 7 times to be able to craft it. I advise you to win these weapons from tournaments too. And aluminum bar, very expensive. I don't recommend. The reason why it's expensive is because it's hunting crossbow. It's used for hunting people. Yes, in short, in PvP. And one hit hunting crossbow is very expensive. If you hit the enemy on PvP with one hit halberd and use the one hit hunting crossbow, the enemy does not stand a chance unless he has a shield with shotgun. Yes, unless he has shield. Next one is handmade shotgun. Everything is good except salt pepper. Yes, I think developers made it very grinding to produce salt pepper. Look, you need 2 acid and a lot of glass. You need to go to bauxite quarry endless times in order to produce these salt peppers. My advice is to get it from, if you want for your level, I advise to buy instead of going to, but if you want to grind, it's okay. But PvP gives enough, PvP loot gives enough of the salt pepper for you to craft. And next, this weapon, if it's with active skill, it can be used in PvP, but I'm not sure it's very useful if it does not have active skill in PvP. And next one, Handmade Rifle. The difference between those is Handmade Rifle has more DPC, but a little bit slower. But one of the most advantages of Handmade Rifle is it has more range, so you can shoot people in PvP or you can shoot bosses from distance. That's why it's better, and it requires 3 salt pepper, which is crazy. Yes, and I advise you to win in this weapon from tournaments, or if you do a lot of PvP and you have enough salt pepper lying around, you can craft it, no problem. And we have one of the most valuable items needed for PvP is combat mask, combat armor, combat pants, and combat boots. I think you can get these from other districts for minimal price. For 30 or 35k you will be able to buy all of them. I won't advise you to craft it unless you have a lot of glass, but I'm not sure most people does not have, because very grinding. You need to go to crossroads, bauxite quarry endless times. You need to farm to be able to produce rubber. I think developers should do something about it. Very grinding to craft. Yes. Combat mask, one of the difficult one is rubber, others no problem. Maybe devs can reduce this to 1 rubber, it would be better, so more players are willing to do the PvP, because if you are new, you go, and if you don't have experience, you'll be killed by teamers or a player who's very expensive, and you lose a lot of time. So very grinding. Developers should think about to fix this a little bit. And combat armor, you need also 3 rubber and plastic, guys. Plastic is also very valuable. You need to kill the devourer. You need to go to container, kill devourer to farm a lot of plastic. And also red forest bauxite quarry gives you plastic, but it's from time to time. You can buy it for 2,000 coupons to 3,000 coupons from other districts if you're lucky 2,000. And combat pants, it also requires plastic, the leather strips, and rubber, which is annoying. Rubber is very valuable thing. Most people I think get these combat boots and combat set overall from tournaments because it's very grinding, as I said. Also, this 10 leather, man, come on. Also, look at the scouts boots, 12 leather. I think it should be 6 leather at least. It's just 2 shoes. I don't think that in also real life you will need a lot of leather like this. For example, if you kill 2 deers, it's enough to make boots. Why it's a lot of grinding? And so these are all the blueprints I have opened. Now you will be able to unlock all blueprints. For extra information, I want to point out in level 93. Yes, now I'm level 99. And all the blueprints will be random. After some point, at first you will be guaranteed to get a hatchet, crowbar, but after that the blueprints will be random, and you will be able to open all the blueprints in level 93. So for today's, this is all the blueprints I've opened. If you have questions, suggestions, please leave in the comment down below. Like, share, and subscribe. See you guys. Bye.